Oh, she fell. She fell. Hi, how are you?
I'm Ben Franklin, and
You're a library door. How do you tell one thing about Ben Franklin?
he invented many things, and he's the only man to stand alone who signed all 4 documents to help form the United States.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Sapanza. I'm Sally K. Ride, and I was the first American woman in space.
Thank you.
I'm Eugene. I'm Nellie Fleck, Famous American Day, and I traveled around the world in 72 days using cars, trains, and boats. Hi, I'm Deborah Williams. I am Jackie Kennedy, and she was the first lady.
Here you are.
I'm Elizabeth Blackwell, and I'm Rachel Tisbeth, and I chose her for Famous American Day because I thought that it was really cool how she was the first female to get into middle school. And I'm Madam C.J. Walker for Famous American Day, and she created hair care products for women of color. Hi, I'm Matea Priest. I'm Clara Barton for Famous American Day. Clara Barton helped wounded soldiers on the battlefields, and she founded the American Red Cross.
Hi, I'm Julia Orlando, and I was Clara
And you are?
Elizabeth Blackwell, and she was the first woman doctor.
I'm Stephanie Palmisano, and I'm Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis for Famous American Day. And Jacqueline Kennedy was the first lady to John F. Kennedy. What do I do?
Tell your name.
I'm Jessica Lilly.
Who are you?
I'm Rosa Parks.
And what's something famous about you?
I'm a PhD student at my My name is
Your name.
Jamie Bennett.
And who are you, Jamie?
I'm Diane Fossey.
And why are you a famous American?
I helped save the mountain gorillas when they were going extinct when the poachers were killing them. I'm Joey Cannon, Famous American Day. I did Alexander Graham Bell, and he is famous for creating the telephone. My name is Joseph John, and I did Andrew Carnegie, and his wealth was $100 million. Abraham Lincoln, and I freed the slaves, and I wrote the Gettysburg Address, and I was the 16th President of the United States.
And what's your name?
Abraham Lincoln.
What's your name?
Oh, Cooper Martins. Taylor, and I was the 12th President of the USA, and my real name is Zachary Kirby.
Hi, my name is Thomas Edison, and I invented the incandescent light.
I'd like to talk to you.
It helps people see the light after darkness.
And what is your name?
Thomas Alva Edison.
What's your name?
And my name is Daniel Bruce.
My name is Brendan Donnelly, and my famous American name is Paul Revere. I chose Paul Revere. The fact about Paul Revere's life is that in 1775, I took the famous midnight ride and stopped the British from stealing our guns and ammunition from the Massachusetts.
Hi, I'm Chandler Shores. I'm William Clark on the Lewis and Clark expedition. I covered over 8,000 miles, and I discovered over 100 new animals to science.
Hi, I'm Alex Dumpton, famous American Day. I am Albert Einstein. One fact about what I did was I found the theory of relativity. I'm Jessica Law from Famous American Day, Kristen McCollum, and I was going to be the first teacher in space, but my shuttle exploded 73 seconds after it took off, killing me and the rest of the crew.
Hi, my name is Gemini and I am Harriet Tubman. I was a helper of the Civil War and I almost got killed. I'm Robert Long. I invented the first airplane. I put materials together, sewing them together, making an engine with the help of Charles E. Taylor, and then we launched it off a small downhill track in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and we flew for 12 seconds.
Okay, so you're going to tell your name.
Hi, I'm Kyle Nelson. I'm Thomas Edison. I invented the first light bulb. I was at the age of 32. Hi, my name is Nicholas D. Pasquale, and I'm John F. Kennedy. I was the 35th president and the captain of the PT-109.
Who you are for Famous American Day, and one fact about your Famous American Day.
Hi, I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was the third president of the United States. I wrote the Declaration of Independence, which freed the 13 colonies from England.
And what's your name?
Thomas Long. My name is Colby LeClaire, and I'm Abel Wright, and I flew the first airplane. Hi, I am Sean Mannion, and I am General Douglas MacArthur. And before I was in the Army, my father was in the Civil War. Dempsey Hoffman, I'm David Crockett. I fought for the independence of Texas in the Alamo. I'm John Russo. I'm supposed to be Daniel Boone, and he founded Boonesboro in 1775 in the face of Shawnee attacks. Hi, I'm Teddy Kostuzik, and I'm Bill Gates, and I created Microsoft, the computer program that runs on many computers. Hi, I'm Taka Julia.
One fact about your Famous American.
I got sold to a furniture named Charlie. How did you end up? I'm Amelia Earhart. I was born in 1897. I died in 1937. I was trying to make the first flight around the world, and this was my route. And around here I disappeared, and I made the first transatlantic flight for women across the ocean. I'm Walt Disney. I was born December 5th, 1901. I died December 16th, 1966 of lung cancer. He drove for the Red Cross ambulance. He forged his parents' age. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs won one huge Oscar and 7 little Oscars, one for each of the 7 dwarfs. He had a 45-acre farm in Missouri, and he had a pig named Poker. That was his inspiration for the 3 Little Pigs, and Disneyland opened July 17th, 1955. I'm Alexander Graham Bell. I was born March 3rd, 1847. I died August 2nd, 1922 from pernicious anemia, and I made the first telephone. I'm Martin Luther King. I was born January 15th, 1929. I was assassinated April 4th, 1968, and
That's good. Yeah, point to your poster.
I gave equality between black people and white people.
Tell me about Henry D.
I'm Tom Pryor, and my famous American is Henry Ford, and he invented the very first Model T. It could go up to 65 miles an hour.
I am Liam Lyon. I am also white, and I
creative bus, Anthony. And this is my brother, Wilbur.
Yeah, so these are our models of everything we did. Well, not everything, but most of the things we did. Like, this was the second model of our airplane, and this is just the third. This is the third over here. And this is our engine we made. These are the valves, and this is the time to change its sprockets. So, and this is our wind tunnel. We used this to figure out what went wrong with our second model. And so this is our launching cart. There's a launching cart. And then we put the launching cart here. And then it went down the tracks until the plane was airborne.
And the propeller.
My name is Shantari. I'm supposed to be talking about it, and I was the last one on the courses. I fought against the United States Army. Hi, I'm Laura Ingalls Wilder. I was born February 7th, 1867, and I was author of the Little House series. I am Claire Barton, and I was born in 1821 and died in 1912. I was a nurse in the Civil War, and I also founded the American Red Cross. I also founded one of the first free public schools in New Jersey, and I was a school teacher for 11 years. I am a famous American because I was very courageous and brave and never gave up. Hi, I'm Mary Lynch, and my famous American is Amelia. I was born on July 24th, 1897. In my life, I was the first woman to fly solo by myself around the world. I crashed somewhere near Howland Island in the Heavy Caribbean. I am a very interesting person. Hello, I'm Vanessa Gorski, and I am Elizabeth Blackwell. I'm the first woman doctor. Hi, my name is Sheridan Holland, and for Famous American Day, I am Theodore Seuss Geisel, which is Dr. Seuss, and I wrote children's books and adults books all around the world.
Mary, what was Eleanor's
What was Eleanor's what? Husband's name? Mr. Roosevelt.
Hi, my name is Mary Esposito, and I'm Eleanor Roosevelt for Famous American Day. I was First Lady for 12 years, and my husband had polio, so I had to do most of the work in the house. And yeah, I was born October 11th, 1884, and I died on 1962 in New York City.
Hi, I'm Helen Keller, and I was born in 1880, and I had a teacher named Danny Sullivan, and I graduated from Radcliffe College, cum laude, in my class, and I had many accomplishments in my life, and I died in 1968.
You are?
I am Molly McIver, and I'm Benjamin Franklin, and I invented things such as 5D books and the lightning rod, and I also invented the Franklin stove and the Franklin lamp, and I helped write the Declaration of Independence, and I was also the oldest man to sign the Constitution of the United States.
Hi, I'm John Moner, and my famous American is Neil Armstrong, and I was the first man to step on the moon, and I was born August 5th, 1930, and I stepped on the moon first with my left foot. I served in the Navy for many years, and that's it. I can't think of anything else. Hello, I'm Alex Ferretto, and for Famous American Day, I'm Benedict Arnold. I betrayed the George Washington, but it wasn't only a traitor of the American Revolution. I helped win an astounding amount of fights, and without me, it probably wouldn't be a North America, a United States. It'd probably just be England and France and some other places.
Hi, my name is Kenny Popielski, and for Famous American Day, I'm being Milton Hershey. And Milton Hershey was the inventor of many, many candies, but he is most famous for his Hershey bar, Mr. Goodbar, and Crackle.
Hi, my name is Benjamin Rivera, and for Famous American Day, I am Neil Armstrong. I am famous for being the first person on the moon, and I was the commander of the Apollo 11 mission, and I did not do so when I did Buzz Aldrin and David Scott, and if I didn't go on the moon, then you wouldn't know what the moon was look like. That is it.
Hi, I'm Tyler Mooney. I'm John Kennedy. I was the 35th president and a war hero. I founded the space program and stopped Cuba from building missiles.
I was born in
Your name?
I'm Alex, and being General Patton for Famous American Day. I was born in 1885 in San Gabriel, California. Graduated from West Point in 1909, and I was married in 1910, and I later became a 4-star general in World War II. And we won the war later. I commanded the 3rd Army and 2nd Army Division.
Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm doing Laura Ingalls Wilder for Famous American Day, and she wrote the famous Little House books for children about her life, and she's now shown that's popular over everyone that's watching it, and they think she did a good job. It's just stated about her life.
So, that's one
Hi, I'm Siobhan O'Neill, and I'm being Hillary Clinton for Famous American Day, and she is the senator of New York. And she's running for president in the 2008 presidential election. Crockett from Famous American Day. I did many things, like I fought in the Alamo to help to make Texas become a state. And I also ran for Tennessee State Congressman.
Hello, my name is Olivia Monroe, and I'm being Albert Einstein for Famous American Day. Albert Einstein invented the theory of relativity, and the formula is E=mc squared. I figured a lot about Einstein, and I did really good with it.
Hi, I'm Joe Conlon, and I'm being Neil Armstrong for Famous American Day. Neil Armstrong was the first man to ever set foot on the moon. Also, when Neil Armstrong was 19, he went to the Korean War and fought, and he had flew 78 missions.
Hi, I'm Sala Malashevsky, and I'm also Amelia Earhart from my Famous American Day project. I was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean solo or by myself. When I was 28, I went on my first flight. I went missing while trying to travel around the world alone with someone around the Earth by the equator. I went missing when I was trying to find the homeland.
Hi, I'm Milton S. Hershey. I made chocolate peanut, Hershey's milk chocolate. I established the Hershey School that is still here today in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which has 1,300 students there. I also made the well-known Hershey Kiss. This is a big version, but they're usually small. And I made caramels. My caramel company started off my whole business to success. And this bar was for the World War II Army, and they ate it for energy in battle. And this is pretty much actual size. It's not real. Hershey Park.
I am President
A very good tourist attraction.
Hi, I'm Nora Kavanaugh, and for my famous American, I am Jessie Candio-Nessels. My famous American helped in everything. She sent care packages to the world, the war, and she helped out in charities. She was our first lady to John F. Kennedy, and she also, when John F. Kennedy got assassinated, she remarried to Hugh and Children's. She helped out in a lot of things, like she got still not torn. She was married twice, and she loved painting, and she loved horses. When she was growing up, she owned horses, and her father was a soccer player. That was a little bit about Jackie.
Giving our candy today? You're not allowed, I know.
My name is Jackie Gerard, and I'm Louise Matthew. I was the author of Little Woman, and she based it on her life experience. She also wrote 17 other books, and she liked nature a lot, so most of them were about nature. She liked to write a lot, and reading was one of her favorite pastimes.
Hi, my name is Connor Carbonell, and I am Wild Bill Hickok. I was the first ever cowboy to be a U.S. Marshal, and I was actually famous because no one else knew how to be a marshal in my times, but I actually was the one who could. And I also kept the peace in all of town because everyone else was scared of these people who are mad with power, and they didn't know it, and they just wanted to rule every town in Illinois country. So the only way to rule that town, they would have to kill me. So when I was playing poker once in this bar, they ended up coming up behind me and shooting me in the head. And I ended up dying at the age of 39 in Denver.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Bovio, and I'm being Bill Gates. I invented Microsoft. I invented Windows operating system and Microsoft Office. I gave billions away to charities like the William H. Gates Foundation, and I'm still living today.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gamali, and I'm Walt Disney, my famous American.
Oh, the girl Walt Disney was born on December 5th, 1901. Disney's MGM Studios opened in 1989, which is now known as Hollywood Studios. That's the MGM head. And the Animal Kingdom Resort opens in 1998.
My name's Alex Quinn, and I'm Henry Ford. I'm for Famous American Day. And I was born on July 30th in Greenfield Township, Michigan. And I left my family. When I got older, I left my family for a job in Detroit. And there was guys having a problem with the machine, and it was taking them so long to fix it. But I went over and it took me a couple minutes to fix it, but they had to kick me out because I was too smart. And I have a son named Edsel. He was born in 1893, and I completed my first automobile, which is actually the quadricycle, but I don't have it right now. But I started making my own Ford Motor Company, and as I got later, as I started, getting smarter, I made Model T, and then I made the Model A right after that. I made my own factory in Michigan, and I started making assembly lines, and it was much easier just to do it by hand, because when you did it by hand, it took 11 hours, and when we went to the assembly lines, it took only 3 hours to build a car. So. And it says, yeah.
You already did it.
Hi, my name is Ralph. I'm right. I was the very first person to make a glider. And people didn't believe that something could fly more than air. And I want to prove that wrong. So I made this glider so I can glide on air and stay in the air. My first flight lasted 59 seconds and in the air. And I was 8 miles. I died at the age of 77. And before I died, some plane circled the earth. So, right before I died. So, my brother and I built safety bicycles for people who fly. And my brother's name is Wilbur. He's right here. On December 1903, the White Brothers made their first flight on the transmission flight, and then on 1919, the first transmission flight was gone.
Hi, I'm Walt Disney. I made 5 different parks. Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Tokyo, Disneyland Hong Kong, and Disney World. When I was a child, I always used to love drawing and drawing cartoons. When I went to the shop, they said, your drawings, can I sell them to you? So, I sold them to them and I got like 25 cents. 25 cents was a lot of money. So, then after, when I grew up, I loved to draw. But then I went to the Red Cross. Then I dropped out of high school and went to the Red Cross in France. I was an ambulance driver, and then after World War my friend Up I Works, he made me
me Lydia. I was the last queen of Hawaii. I was very famous for going around the world and trying to get a bunch of people to come help me get the home to Hawaii back after the U.S. attacked my home. And I was married to someone, my best friend named John Dominus. He was very special to me, and we met as children. I have a drawing of Hawaii. This was the day that Hawaii became part of the U.S. And Lydia did a lot of things for the U.S., even though she was against being part of it. She was a very happy girl. She knew that sooner or later she would have to become part of the U.S., but she tried really hard not to, be really sad. Hi, I'm Amy Olson. I'm Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and I'm an abolitioner who tried to give women the same rights as men and tried to abolish slavery. My name is Elizabeth Wood, and I am Claire Barton, and I am the founder of the American Red Cross and Civil War nurse. I helped in battlefields and helped wounded soldiers. My name is Nicole Jarvis, and I'm Elizabeth Blackwell. I was born on February 3rd, 1821, and moved to America when I was 11 from Bristol, England. And later in life, I opened up a hospital with my sister, and I was a physician.
Hi, I'm Pierre Kent, and I'm Annie Okutu. I was in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, and all of the men pulled me back and told me that I couldn't do it, but I showed them wrong, and I told them that I could. And after I won, they apologized to me, and they figured out that women can do the same just as men. If it weren't for me, none of you girls would be playing soccer, hockey, basketball, or football. I was born in 1860 and I died in 1962.
Hi, my name is Nicole Schaber, and I'm Motivate Unite. Well, I was born in York, Maine on February 14th, 1838. My brothers were Jim and Charlie. My mother was widowed. I started working when I was 12 years old in the mill. And I remember seeing this terrible accident in the mill when a shuttle flew off its track and it hit Rebecca in the head. So I made this invention so it would stop, so everything would shut down when it hit something. And I made the paper bag machine in 1871. Okay, I'm Molly, and I'm Milk Hershey, and I made milk chocolate, and yeah. I was born in 1860. I'm Tegan, and I'm Amelia Earhart, and I was the first woman pilot, and I wasn't allowed to attend my high school graduation because my dad moved. And I disappeared into the Pacific Ocean because I ran out of fuel on my plane, trying to find an island and go around the equator. I'm Danielle Corsia, and I am Juliet Lowe. I invented Girl Scouts, and I also helped out as a Civil War nurse.
My name is Patrick Rodman, and my presentator's name is Benjamin Franklin. My presentator's, he invented electricity, and he was always wondering what else could he do around the world, to make things better in the colonies. He was a printer with his brother, and he invented around 60 items that we still have today, like his famous kite experiment right here.
Gazette, which was a newspaper for like 5 years. And I helped a lot with he was always like, well, when at the age of, in 1752 is when he had to try out his experiment, because he was in his lab one day and he saw the sparks in one of his experiments, and the other day he looked out the window and it was a thunderstorm, and when lightning struck it looked just like the sparks in his lab. So that's what really got him into like doing the electric the kite experiment. Very nice.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Carter. Oh, wait. Hi, I'm Jonathan Malaberti, and my character is Jimmy Carter. He was the 39th President of the United States, and he helped a lot with making peace and African Americans getting rights. I invented electricity, and I invented my Franklin whistle. I don't know what to say. If I got one left.
Hello, I'm Austin Treverton, and my character is Paul. I was born in December in Boston, and at the age of 12, my father taught me how to be a silversmith. I was his delivery person for all the silver that he made.
I'm Ben Prescott, and my character's name is Harry Truman, and I was famous for being the 33rd President of the United States of America, and also approved two droppings of atomic bombs on Japan.
Hi, I'm Todd Stewart. My famous American is John Glenn. I was the first astronaut and the first person to orbit the Earth.
I am Corey Walters, and my famous American is Ulysses Simpson. I fought in 2 wars now, the Mexican and Civil War. And the way I died was from throat cancer. And then it spread, and then I died.
Ask me a question. I'm Trevor Brown. My person is Lower Right, and he invented the world's first airplane that actually flew, and the first flight lasted 12 seconds and went 125 feet. Our best flight lasted 59 seconds and went 825 feet.
I am Charles E. Taylor. I was born in 1986, died in 1956. I built the engine for the Wright brothers. Many people think that they built it themselves, but they didn't. I have 7-year depression because I didn't see my kids' childhood while they were growing up, and I did not get much credit from engine. Not much people know about me. That's all. I invented the engine for the Wright brothers. I am Charles.
Hello, I am Neil Armstrong. My real name is Ethan Reardon. I was the first man on the moon. My footprints are still there. To help me get to the moon, we rode in the Saturn V rocket, and I worked in NASA. Going to the moon was actually the second flight in space I had. Thank you.
My real name is Julia Saville. The person that I am being for famous American Day is Abigail Adams. She was the first woman to live in the White House, first woman from the USA to meet the Queen of England. Her husband, John Adams, was the 2nd president, and her son, John Quincy Adams, was the 6th president.
My character is Theodore Roosevelt. I am 26th president of the United States. I was born October 27, 1858. I died 1919 from either a blood clot or coronary embolism. I had social issues when I was growing up. I had glasses, and kids treated me different with the glasses, and I had to get glasses because when I was growing up, I was hunting and I thought I
good, so I got glasses, and I can see very clearly now. And the teddy bear is named after me because my name is Kyle Wood. My name is Kyle Wood. For famous American Day, I did Brigadier General Robert E. Scott Jr. And Miss Wood, she 5 times ace. My tickets in World War II. Eagle Scout, and that was it.
Hi, my name is Charlie Townsend, and my famous American is Chief Joseph. His real Indian name was Hinmatuya Lapkicht, and so what he did to be famous was he led his people almost 1,700 miles, almost into Canada, and he was captured by the Americans just 40 miles from his destination. Wow, and then he was sent to a reservation. And the stick right here is for an air vent for the smoke that flowed out from the fire inside.
Hi, I'm David Bryan, and my famous American is Kit Carson. He was a trapper in the West, and he trapped animals, and Indians didn't like that, so they attacked him, and he always fought the Indians. And when the American Army heard about this, they asked him if he would want to go into war, help them in war when they went in the Mexican War, and he was a big impact, especially on the Battle of San Pasqual. And yeah.
Okay. My name is Casey Lerner, and I'm doing Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley was the first international superstar and sharpshooter in Buffalo Bill's show, and she was a big donator to charity and the Red Cross. And she also she was also a big friend of the Indians and Sitting Bull, who was her best friend and gave her a nickname for the rest of her life, Little Ship Shop.
I'm Michaela Boucher, and I'm Dorothea Lange. Dorothea Lange was one of the first photojournalists to take pictures of the Depression, the destroying of the American people. She also took pictures of Japanese Americans in internment camps.
That's it.
My real name is Rachel Hamilton, and the character I'm doing is Maya Lin. She designed the Vietnam War Memorial, a Civil Rights Memorial too. She also did some other ones like Charlotte Coliseum. She did the landscaping, and she did the bottom two interior levels of the African Art Museum. She also did an eclipse time ceiling clock, and I think that's all. Thank you.
Hi, my real name is Tatiana Nicolette, and my famous American is Juliet Lowe, and I was the founder of the Girl Scouts, and I met Sir Robert Beaton Powell, and I meant to say that he was the founder of the Boy Scouts, and he was my influence on founding the Girl Scouts.
Hi, my real name is Kelsey Howard, and I'm Walt Disney, and I created Disneyland and Mickey Mouse. My Mickey Mouse sculpture. This is my Disneyland poster. I'm Casey Real, and I'm being John Deere. John Deere was born in Middlebury, Vermont. Then he moved to Illinois, and he improved the plow because the soil in the West was sticky, and the soil always stuck to the blade. So now the soil doesn't stick to the blade of the plow because he invented the plow and it was made of steel. Hello,
wrote 3 books about the sea and 1 book about DDT use, which is basically a pesticide people spray to kill mosquitoes and other bad bugs.
Thank you for shopping.
Hi, I'm Ariak Monkevich, and I'm Ariak Monkevich, and I'm pretending to be Nikola Tesla. I was born in Croatia in 1856. Okay, I'm not going to do this.
Hi, I'm Bobby Webster, and I'm Sacagawea. My famous American, Sacagawea, helped Lewis and Clark on their journey to the Pacific Ocean. This is my baby, John Baptiste, and we rode horses, and I carried my baby on this cradle board. And I was born in 1789, and I died in 1885, or 1811, but we really don't know. And I'm Sacagawea, and hi,
I'm Ariak Monkevich. I'm pretending to be Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 in Croatia. He was in his 20s when he immigrated to America. He became an American citizen at age 37. He was famous for perfecting alternating current, which we use in our homes today, and inventing the radio.
Okay, I'm Jennifer Nutter, and I'm Harriet Beecher Stowe, and this right here is my house in Andover, and I lived there for 2 years, and I wrote 3 books there and some articles, and I was born on June 16, 1812, and I died July 1st, 1896. And one of the books I wrote down here is Uncle Tom's Cabin, and I wrote many, many books in my lifetime, and I helped slaves be free.
Hi, my name is Marissa McGrath, and I'm Betsy Ross. This is my gravestone, and this is the obituary that was put in the paper. I designed the first American flag and was married 3 times. These are some of the thread I used to make the flag. I used all different kinds. This is the newspaper article that was put out when I first made the flag. And I died on January 30th, 1836, at the age of 84.
So, Ms. Helen Keller, why are you considered the first American history?
I am Jensina Moner, and I'm Sally Ride, and I was the first American woman in space. And on the shuttle, I manipulated the robot arm and released and retrieved the satellite. And I'm still alive, and I'm 57 years old. And I love to do fun things in space. I always like to eat on the ceiling with my friend. And then my next flight was STS-41G, and it was the first flight with 2 women on it.
I'm Chelsea Dion, and I'm Ray Jefferson. I was the first African-American woman in space when I went aboard the Endeavour in 1992. I was in space for 190 hours, 30 minutes, and 24 seconds. And I always wanted to be a scientist, even as a child, and many people discriminated against me for wanting to do something so challenging.
Well, hi, I'm Albert Einstein. I'm Ryan Savage. I'm Albert Einstein. I made the photoelectric theory, which is used today to help in TVs and refrigerators. Also, I helped in making the atom bomb, which was used to explore. And I made the consensus.
Hi, my name is Morgan Richards, and for Famous American Day, I am Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born on June 27, 1880 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and when she was 18 months old, she lost her sight and her hearing from a very high fever that they didn't have medications for then. In 1923, Helen Keller worked for the American Foundation for the Blind, and in 1887, she grasped the contest language by using the water pump in her yard, and she died on June 1st, 1986 from a heart attack. My name is Abby Mearson for Famous American Day. I'm being Walt Disney. Walt Disney was born on December 5th, 1901. His first attempt to animate was when he was 9 years old. He first drew on his house in Marston, Kansas with wet cement when his parents were away. And he formed the Disney Brothers studio with his brother Roy in 1923.